can see everyone in there saying hello. Let us know who you think is going to top this Group B. Will it be Man City? Will it be the expected Man City, or will it be another club topping this group?
The game that's taking place in the B stream right now, if you are wanting to watch it on the Premier League's YouTube channel, is Southampton versus Wolves, where I believe Rampto and Redlight will be guiding you through what is happening over there. But on the A stream, in our featured pod, it's Manchester City. And really, it should be 1-0 up there, early doors. Tekkz, Daniel Marlin queuing the run of Son. Marlin gets it back, but a good step in there from EOJ. Where that, again, he's not unfamiliar to the ePremier League, but he's just not had the success that he would have wanted at this tournament in the past years.
Absolutely. Last year, he was playing for Arsenal, so this year coming in for Chelsea. New teammate, new aspect that way, so we'll see how this fares this time around, because it's a whole new year. The game changes so much from year to year, so we'll see if he has a bit more success than he did last year in ePremier League 2024.
Certainly. Daniel Marlin looking for the runners off the ball. We'll keep you up to date with that game as well, as we always do, between Tekkz and Bonanno and NHaych on the PlayStation leg. How things are progressing. Son, edge of the box, takes the finesse, 1-0. Tekkz leading, Manchester City leading, as they so often do in the ePremier League.
Quite the expected goal there with Son. Of course, it's going to be a finesse. Tekkz green times it in there, top right, beautiful, beautiful goal from Human Son.
We saw Tekkz at the Pro Open. He joined us on the broadcast for a few weeks, and it was great to sort of get a delve into his mind and what he's thinking and how he sees the game of FC being played. We know that he likes those finesse shots anywhere around the box. He's looking to get a player in a position. It's just the best percentage way chance for him of scoring, but he can dance in the box. He can create things that not many other players can. It's a rude awakening once again to the 2025 ePremier League for Chelsea, you've got to say. Taking on favourites in this group, Manchester City.
It's a tough first matchup going against Man City in terms of confidence for any club that is potentially going up against the reigning champions. A lot of pressure going into it, and so they did draw the short straw here for Chelsea going up against champions, but never count out any single club in this competition, because anything could happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of quality across all of our teams here. This group, as I said, I think it is on paper the toughest group. When you look at all the individuals in there, there's a lot of players that are tough to beat, that can take points off each other and have had good ePremier League campaigns in the past.
And I believe that there's actually no rookies in this group as well. So everyone has been at this stage at least one time.
Which is
so
big.
Yeah,
big.
Of course, for confidence, it's very important.
Queuing the run of Daniel Marlin, tapping L1 and forcing him into that space down the line. You look to recycle onto the edge of the box. Son's feet potentially. Nice high line coming in there from EOJ, forcing Tekkz out wide with Cole Palmer, but that team of the Palmer, he's so strong. Tall as well. He's a real nuisance to get off the ball. Here is Palmer, technical dribbling into a space where the finesse shot was being registered, but Jaap Stam with a good interception.
Jaap Stam is one of those players that I keep trying to get into my ultimate team. Can't quite afford him, but after watching a lot of the game played today and in previous competitions, I think I really just need to spend the coins. I know, I need to do it.
Especially when like Van Dijk's not really had an affordable super meta item. Like, it's in the team of the year, which is just unreasonable. And you don't really want one of those lower items for him, as Tekkz doubled his lead in this opening matchup, 2-0.
Previous goal, we saw the finesse with Son. This time, it is a nice tap in. As we see the replay in this matchup here, across the goal for Chelsea with Cantona.
We're still on board here with the PlayStation leg, I believe. Ian Wright into Cole Palmer. Oh, actually, that was the Xbox leg. That was Tekkz doubling his lead, 2-0. Bonanno last season was flawless in the groups. He was the form player. Maybe not had the success online that he's had this year. So that's where we're going to go right now. Chelsea leading 1-0. And this would give a lot of players in this group a lot of confidence if NHaych was to be successful and take points away from Bonanno so early.
In NHaych, he went through a grueling qualification in order to solidify this spot as well. And so the fact that he is here representing Chelsea, he's already mastered a lot of amazing competition, even in just the online qualification stage. So we'll see what he's able to do in the groups.
Oh, maybe it should have been 2-0.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes does have the passing qualities to open a defence on his own. That tiki-taka plus coming in. Eden Hazard. Not quite as fluid as he'd like it at the moment for Bonanno. Does have a runner down the wing there. It is Gravenberch into Bruno Fernandes. Now that midfield all linking up. Conor Bradley high from right back to get involved in the attack once again. But NHaych standing strong. The only option for him is out wide. That's where the space is. The middle of the pitch is very congested. Is that going to fall nicely? No, it's not, and that will do us for half-time. But Arno and Man City trailing 1-0 at the moment to NHaych and Chelsea.
Like we said, we never know what could possibly happen. You could come in here as a champion and potentially drop points to players that you really didn't expect. And so that's why I love this competition here, the ePremier League, because we see players come out and absolutely shine. As we see in Xbox replay here, it does put Tekkz up 3-0 against EOJ too.
You just saw EOJ for a second there, having a little glance over at his teammate. How are you getting on in your particular matchup?
It's interesting though, because it is such a team effort, but I feel like
it's all individuals.
Right, I feel like you can't pay attention to what's happening next to you. You got to just focus on what screen is in front of you.
Yeah, I agree. Half-time between Tekkz and EOJ, as you can see. City leading on the Xbox leg, but Chelsea leading on the PlayStation leg, and that's how it stands at the moment at half-time, and that's how it stands in the group at the moment. Everyone is winning one game and losing the other game, so Wolves and Southampton both tying up at the moment in their particular matches. Very, very contested group, as we expected if City weren't to pull away with it.
Absolutely, about as even across the board as you can possibly get. Forest is currently not playing. As you guys can see, they have 0 points. They will play next round. Replay in here for Southampton going up 2-0 against Wolves. And this game here, as we are watching, is for the Xbox matchup. Cantona getting in a goal for Wolves, putting them up 1-0 in that matchup.
Yeah, so we're seeing Sam Brewster, I believe, leading 1-0, I think that is. And then Fisher trailing. Hold the phone. Bonanno is 2-0 down against NHaych. Do you see this coming, Case?
I did not. I don't think that anyone would have bet on this one against a EPL champion. You don't really bet against it, but I do like mixing it up, keeping it interesting. I like when groups are closer anyway, so we'll see how this one ends up.
Really, really surprising turn of events here on the main stage. Not going City's way as it did last year at the moment. Tekkz doing his bit, but Bonanno is struggling to get anything going. And NHaych, really, really impressive, leading 2-0 at the moment.
And it's tough, right? Because if you have a slow start with these 6-minute halves, games are over so quick, so you just lose the game. And one round at a time, those definitely add up.
Ball over the top. Lewis Skelly gets to it and forces a save from Czech. That could have been 3. for NHaych as a pause comes in here and changes have to be made. On the side of Bonanno.
As we see Bonanno having a chat with his coach, Zizinho. He was brought in this season.
I think there's just been a goal there from Tekkz. You saw the reaction. It looked like he forced the ball in the back of the net himself. And spoiler, I think there was 4 goals to 0. Daniel Marlon into Bruno. Ian Wright round the corner to Son. And just slots it in to the far corner.
Tekkz looking happy with his performance in that game. You know, he didn't have a bad FC Pro run this year. He really didn't. It didn't go quite the way he was hoping for, but he was able to put on a few performances there. So to start off his ePremier League season like this, I think is really setting him with the confidence that he needs to potentially maybe win a third.
I mean, in that Pro Open, he also was in the best group that we had in the tournament. He had some really great moments, but he just couldn't extend it over the course of the league format and the league season. And now he's had a little bit more time since that Pro Open has wrapped up, that he's probably tightened up a few areas of his game, and it looks, especially from what we've seen in the opening 60 minutes, like he is coming into some of his final form for the FC 25 season. On the other side of it, Bonanno has been poor in this game. And NHaych capitalising on that bad performance. But NHaych has also been really, really crisp and clean in possession of the ball. Using Cole Palmer on this right-hand side. Bruno Fernandes looking for Eric Cantona. A couple of those deliberate fouls as well, just to stop any sort of ball possession for Bonanno.
Yellow card given as we go into a pause as well.
This is quite a surprising result.
Yeah, no, I'm actually very, very surprised. I anticipated this one to go in Man City's way, going off the momentum. But again, like, expect the unexpected. But everyone, let us know back home, who are you rooting for in the chat? I did see earlier that we have a lot of Man City fans in the chat, but I'm sure that other clubs are representing well. Who are you rooting for? I know Forest is currently not playing, but they're playing right around the corner in round 2. Let us know who you're rooting for, or even which player you're rooting for specifically.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to keep that conversation going with you at home. As EOJ2 comes down this right-hand side with Ian Wright. Can he force something into a dangerous area? Caicedo, play a lot cancel into Mamouche. Around the corner for Marlon, but a good save from Petr Cech to tip it wide of the corner. Just having a little look there at Wolves and Southampton. It's a great game that's taking place at the moment.
I see a lot of Stokes fans in the chat. When does he play, Rich?
He plays tomorrow with Crystal Palace.
So we got to be patient to all the Stokes fans in the chat.
Well, let's see how these results are impacting the table. No impact, really. The goal difference is taking a little bit of a turn, but as it stands right now, all 4 teams who have played on 3 points, and that gives the incentive to Nottingham Forest, to be completely honest, to go and pick up 2 wins in that next game, kickstart their ePremier League in the best way possible.
Another player that I didn't necessarily think to add to my ultimate team, but I've been seeing a lot of success, is Kirkes at left back. There's not too many opportunities for fullbacks, but he's been fantastic. As we see some teams coming in, Eric, big Liverpool fan here.
Let's go Liverpool. We saw Manu Bachore earlier on the stream. He joined us in the commentary booth, and he's going to be getting underway tomorrow for his first ever ePremier League campaign. Should be Tom Lee's year. Come on, Spurs. We just had Tom Lees in the commentary booth. A great team this year alongside Nick Snebb, and they'll be looking to go all the way. As Jordan B. MUFC says, rooting for Snebb. Should that not be Man United? He likes an individual.
Hey, you know what? Nick Snebb,
an individual.
Big Nick Snebb fan.
Yeah. And Faison wanting Manchester United to go all the way. They're going to have to do it from the first round of the knockouts, but I'm sure they'll give it their all. Eden Hazard, goal back for Bonanno. 6 minutes left on the clock.
You know what? There's time, Richard. There is absolutely time in this game. I know that these halves go by fast, but if anyone could do it, potentially a Matías Bonanno.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty at all. It was quite scrappy in the end. A couple of step overs out wide from Bruno Fernandes, forced the ball into the box, and just that insta tackle back. Haaland couldn't block it on its way through. Let's have a little look at what's been happening on the Xbox side of things. It's one back here for EOJ. The clean sheet disappeared. That's a lovely bit of cancel to create that space at the near post.
Fantastic goal there, and I think Tekkz, obviously, he is dominating that game, but even conceding one goal, he wants a clean sheet, he wants perfection, and so I understand even the smallest bit of frustration.
Let's have a look at what's happening with Southampton and Wolves, see how those games are progressing. On the PlayStation, it's 4-0 at the moment. That's Fisher beating Kai Harris 4-0, and a late goal here for Sam Brewster, which did finish 1-1 in the end. Palmer with it, top corner was hit. And you see handshakes all round. That's full time between those two. We've still got a few moments left to play between Manchester City and Chelsea to find out where the points are going. I can tell you pretty much that at least 3 will be going to City through this 4-1 performance here coming in from Tekkz. Bonanno and NHaych still playing at this moment.
And last we saw, scoreline was 2-1 in favor of NH.
And that's going to be 5-1 for Tekkz. Well, let's see the final few moments here. He's done well to hold out the possession. And it looks to be the final chance going Bonanno's way. He's given the ball away. And after being flawless last season in the groups, Bonanno's 2025 campaign starts with a loss. 2-1 down to NHaych. Big performance for NHaych.